guys, what's up? Welcome back to another one of my videos, or if this is your first time here, well then welcome to my channel. I hope you subscribe so that way you can come back and watch some more videos similar to this one. In today's, we are going to be trying out some new Sephora makeup. I'm super excited to try these products. I placed a little order, so we're going to focus on these products today, even though I'm going to do the rest of my face too, but we're going to focus on these. The first thing that I really wanted to try was this Hourglass Soft Glow Foundation. The color for the foundation that I got is 5.5, so cross my fingers hoping that it matches me pretty good. Then I also really wanted to try the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Concealer, and this one I got it in the color 2.1N. I'm also going to be doing my eyes in today's video using this cute little Natasha Denona mini bronze palette. I actually have one of her mini ones, like a tiny mini one with 3 shades that I use all the time. So I do really love her formula, and I really wanted to see what this one is all about because it has really pretty warm shades in it, and excited about that one. And then the last product that really caught my eye is this one by Mercier. This one is the Translucent Loose Setting Powder Ultra Blur. So excited to see how this one looks on my skin. I hope you guys are excited for today's video, and let's get into it. So I already did my makeup prep. This is the serum that I used. This is the one that I have been using every single day. You guys, if you have not tried this one, I got it from Ulta. It's like in the Tony Moly section. It is by Tony Moly. It is such a good serum. If you have dry skin, you will love this. I'm also wearing a sunscreen. This one is the Florence Sunny Skies sunscreen. The only thing that I don't have yet is the primer, so I'm going to use this one by Rare Beauty. It's a little mini size, but this is the one that I've been using recently, especially when I want to use one for pore filling. So I'm going to use this one today, and I have used it before with my foundations, so I know how it works with my skin and everything. I don't want to use anything too new for the foundation because I really want to see how it works. Since today I want to do a little wear test for the foundation, and then tomorrow I'm going to film the actual review. I'm going to apply it 2 different ways, so that way we can also get an idea of how it works with a sponge and a brush. So like I said, I got this one in the shade 5.5. Here is the pretty bottle. It's actually really nice looking. So I'm going to go ahead and then, you know, take a few pumps, or maybe just one, and see how it pumps out. Okay, that's kind of a little bit, so I'll go ahead and do another one. And today I am going to use my trusted beauty blender because this is the one that I always use with my foundations. The color seems like it's going to be okay, or maybe because it's looking a little yellowy, a little orangey, and I got the shade like in a neutral tone. Yeah, 5.5 I'm pretty sure was a neutral tone. I usually go with neutral because sometimes warm can be too warm, and cool for sure. I'm not a cool undertone. Oh my god, this is looking pretty full coverage, like a medium coverage, I would say. It looks nice. I don't think the shade is perfect for me, but the coverage of it is looking really nice. So like I said, the shade is not great. It's not like an exact match, but it's not too bad. It's giving me kind of like a powder finish, like if I've set it with like a powder or something. Not that it looks matte, but it's just looking really soft on my skin. Bring you in a little bit more. There, you can see it a little bit better. I put the brightness a tiny bit lower so you can really see what I'm talking about. It has that glow. You can see it right here on my skin when I move side to side, but overall it looks really pretty. The finish looks really nice, and it looks really smooth on my skin. It also feels very lightweight. I'm gonna keep the brightness a little low so that way I can show you the other side. So I'm gonna use my brush with it. I know I'm gonna need more foundation, so let me get another little pump. This side looks nice too with the brush. I don't see any streaks or anything. Yeah, I feel like the finish is pretty similar to the other side. It's a nice finish, same amount of coverage. I mean, first impression, it looks really pretty. The coverage is good. It's nice, and it is evening out my skin tone. I don't see the redness that I normally see on my cheeks and stuff. That's my main thing if I'm looking at a foundation. Like, if I know it's not a skin tint, I'm always looking like, does it cover redness? If it does, then it's probably like a medium to full coverage foundation. And I do feel like this one is more of a medium foundation. Let's move on to the next product, which is going to be the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. I thought I had gotten a neutral tone for the foundation, but now that I'm looking at this, I know for sure the concealer is a neutral tone, but I'll have the description of the foundation shade and everything in the description box in case, you know, maybe I got warm, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I got neutral. Anyways, this one is a neutral tone and it really does look like it. Doesn't look warm at all. Kind of looks a little bit cool, but we'll see how it looks. So I'm gonna apply this one on the inner corners. I'll apply some over here. And then I'm also gonna apply some on the highlighting areas. It has a really nice soft applicator and it's pretty big. I think this one is a really good tone for me, especially for highlighting. It's blending out really easily, and again, it looks really soft, like a soft finish. Okay, so I did the Beauty Blender side on this eye, so we'll do the concealer blending out. So I will use the brush on this eye just to see how it blends out. I feel like that gave me that same finish and the coverage is also the same. I don't see a huge difference on either side. So it looks really pretty on both sides. I like the coverage of both, the finish of both. I don't feel like there's a major difference between the brush and the Beauty Blender side. So they both look really good. Also the tone, that worked out really good. So let's move on. I am actually going to do the rest of my face off camera because I don't have anything for the steps, like anything new. I applied the bronzer and blush. I did use cream products for these two. First, I used the Rare Beauty bronzer, and this one is in the shade Always Sunny. And then for blush, I did use the Soft Matte Cream Blush by LA Colors. This one is one of my favorites. This one is in the shade Blissful, and it goes so good with this blush right here that I'm going to use today. This one's Butterfly by Benefit, but before I even put anything else on, like I said, I am going to use the Blur Powder, which is the Ultra Blur Powder to be exact. So this is how it looks. The Laura Mercier, the regular one, is my favorite powder ever. So that one's one that I've bought many times, so I can really compare it to that and see how I like this one. If I like it a little bit better, if I just don't like it at all, I'll know. So this is how this one looks. This one has a lighter top. Love trying out new powders. It's one of my favorite things. I'm gonna go over the concealer a little bit with my beauty sponge before I set everything, and I am going to set everything with my beauty sponge because that's how I set my face. That's how I always set my face, so I'm gonna do it the same way. So let me just put some on the top. I do love the way that it comes out, like the product comes out of this super easy, and then I can just close it, put everything back, and it doesn't get everywhere. So I'm just gonna use my sponge for this. Let's get a little close up though. With this being a blur powder, I really want to see if you can see a difference or not. So here we go. And like I said, I'm going to set my entire face with the powder and with the sponge. Okay, so I'm not really seeing much of a difference. I feel like it kind of melted into my skin, like if I don't even see powder on there. Oh, but you can tell a difference from both sides. This one looks a little shiny, but that blended in nicely. Like it went right into my makeup, my skin and everything blended right in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set everything else on this side. Yeah, you see how it just kind of disappears into my skin? So that looks good. It's not leaving me, and I'm not applying a whole bunch, so it's not gonna leave me like white powder on my face, but yeah, you can't even see it at all. I'm not so sure about the Ultra Blur claims. I mean, it does look really nice on my skin, but so does the other Laura Mercier powder. This one, however, does say that it is a weightless wear with a matte soft focus finish infused with ultra blurring ingredients. And it's supposed to instantly blur away the look of pores, fine lines, and imperfections with zero photo flashback. So I'm not so sure about the whole blurring out fine lines because I do have some under my eyes. I feel like it kind of looks the same as the other Laura Mercier powder, but it does feel weightless. Like it is one of those weightless powders. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin or anything. But I wouldn't say I can feel a huge difference compared to my other Laura Mercier powder. But only the wear test will tell. So just seeing it throughout the day, seeing how it settles and how it looks throughout the day, I'll know. It does look really nice and soft. I mean, I'm not complaining. Looks really good. So we'll do the other side now. I did use a blur primer, so maybe that's why I'm not seeing a huge difference on the pores part. Maybe that's probably why I'm not seeing it. But tomorrow I'll just try it without the primer and see if I see a difference. But as for now, first impressions, I'm not seeing any blurring. That is the powder. What do you guys think? I mean, do you see a huge difference? Do you see a huge blurring? Maybe I can't see it yet because I'm not looking at myself close up, but maybe you can see it a lot better and you can tell me. Sometimes I can tell right away, oh, this powder is not gonna work. It makes me look dry, it makes me look cakey, and this one's not feeling like that, so that's good. Like I said, even though these are not new products, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup. For bronzer, I'm gonna use the Morphe Snow Show. This one's in the shade Tropical Tan, and this is one of their Velvet Matte Pressed Powders. I did just do a first impression try new makeup review on this, or not review, but like a try on video, and that one's already posted, but since I'm gonna use it today, you can see a little bit of it. But just so you know, you can easily go overboard with it because it's pretty intense. And for blush today, I'm gonna use this new one by Benefit. This one's Butterfly. I have used this one before though, so it's not super new, but it's one of their new tones. If you haven't seen my PR haul video, I swatched every single shade. There's about 12 shades, brand new shades that they just released, and they're so nice. So if you wanna see the swatches of all the new box blushes, check out that video. This one's a really pretty orange. And like I said, I did use this one already too. I need to try some more of the other tones. I just haven't done enough looks to try out those blushes. Let's move on. Let's use the Natasha Denona mini bronze palette. I think I told you in the intro, I do not own the big Natasha Denona bronze palette, or it's a medium size. I do have the Sunset, and I think the other one is called the Zendo palette. Those two, I love the formula and the shades. I also have the gold palette, but I don't have the bronze one. So when this one came out, I was like, for sure I want to try this one out. It has very pretty warm brown shades. I just feel like these shades are like perfect to give you that warm bronzy look. I'm gonna start with this one. I'll see how much color it gives off on my skin tone, but if not, then I'll do the medium tone right there. I'll start off with this one with this big fluffy brush. Oh no, it does show up on my eye. I wasn't sure if it was gonna show up because it kind of looked like my skin tone, but now that it's on, it's a good shade. Oh, it builds up really good too. That was easy to build up on the outer corners. I'm just gonna do another layer of this. Look at how bronzy and pretty this shade is. And this is the lightest shade in this palette, and it's showing up really, really good. Really smooth looking. Like I said, her formula is really good. And I love the formula of her eyeshadows, so I'm not disappointed with this mini one. I do have another mini one too, and same formula. Like, it's just such a good way to try Natasha Denona if you never have. There is only one shimmer shade in this palette, so I am gonna use this one all over the eyelid. It's a brownish orangey, well, bronzy eyeshadow. I was gonna spray it, but I'm gonna spray it in a bit. I just want to show you how it looks without spraying it. Oh, that is showing up nicely. It is giving me fallout, but it still looks good on the eyelid. I do see that fallout. Let me spray it with my MAC Prep and Prime. I'm gonna reapply this. Yes, for sure, much more shimmery looking. It just gives you a shinier look. I still have a little bit of fallout, but much less. I'm always trying to talk and use my mirror at the same time. And I just got, look how creamy that looks. This one is just with wetting it, with spraying it. But I always feel like I put the palette or the mirror in the way. So I did order a microphone mount for my desk. And I'm about to put it today, so I'm excited. Hopefully my sound gets better, or my audio, I mean. I'm using that first shade that I applied on my eyelid on the lower lash line. And then using this little bitty brush, I'm gonna take the darkest brown in here. I'm gonna get really close to my eyelashes down here and kind of create a wing on the outside over here on top. Just going straight up and bringing it in like if I were doing a wing. Well, I kind of am doing a wing, but with shadow. And I'm just gonna apply it really close to the lashes. I'm just gonna use this small blending brush And I'm gonna take a little bit of that dark brown and just blend out the edge. I actually forgot to set my makeup before applying mascara, so I'm gonna do that in a bit. But before that, I am gonna use this highlighter for the center of my, like for the inner corner of my eyes, because this little palette doesn't come with a light one and I want something glowy on the inner corner. So I'm gonna use this one by ColourPop. This one is the Super Shock Cheek Flip Flop Highlighter. It's a really, really pretty highlighter. And I'm also gonna use this one on my cheeks. Since I have a very glowy bronzy look, I feel like adding a highlighter will look so good with this look. And then I'm gonna take my brush and just blend this out. I'm gonna set my face with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Set. So here's the final look. This is the eyeshadow. I think it looks so pretty. I got a little bit of eyelash glue on there because I used the black one today on my falsies, so it just got stuck there. I'm not even gonna mess with it, but the look overall, it does look really pretty. So the brown, it really blended out easily, even though I had created a wing at first. Then I kind of just added more to blur it out or to blend it out. It does look really, really pretty. So like a faded out eyeliner, everything looks really pretty. I also ended up using one of the new Urban Decay lipsticks. This one is in the shade Pleased. I just felt like it would go really good with this look, and it does look really nice. But let's talk about the products. I did end up setting everything with my setting spray. I wanted to do the same thing that I do all the time with my makeup routine. Like I didn't want to change anything, so that way I know that the only difference in my makeup are the new products that I use today. So let's talk about them. The foundation still looks really nice. I mean, it's not creasing. It still has that nice finish to it. I feel like it looks really good. So like I said, I'm gonna see it throughout the day. I do feel like it gives me that soft glow, and I will say that I feel it is a medium to full coverage foundation because it really did cover up my redness. The shade is not the best shade for me. I feel like I could have gone lighter with this, and I thought this was pretty light. This is 5.5, and I just felt like the other ones might be a little too light, but this one is just pretty warm. So it doesn't match me all the way. I feel like you can see it, maybe not on camera, but in person I can see the difference between this and like the bottom of my neck, but it still looks good. Like it still works with me. But overall, the finish is really pretty. So I'm gonna wear it today, and then I'm gonna wear it tomorrow, and I'll have a review completely dedicated to this foundation. The concealer also blended out really nicely, and the shade is really good for me. This one does give me more of a highlighting effect because it's a lot lighter than my foundation, but it does look really nice. It blended out great with the brush as well as with the beauty blender, so perfect for that. Again, another product that I'm gonna be looking out for throughout the day. And then as far as the powder, I don't feel like I see anything extremely different and ultra blur to call it an ultra blur. You know, it does set my makeup nicely. I do feel like my skin looks soft looking, but I don't feel like it gives me an extra blurry effect. I mean, maybe that would look kind of weird, but it doesn't give me like an extra blurring effect. And then I ended up using a blur or a pore filling primer, so maybe that didn't help with seeing a difference as far as pore filling goes or pore blurring goes. But as far as fine lines and stuff, I mean, I don't feel like it blurred out mine. I don't know, but I do like it. It feels lightweight, it looks nice, it set my makeup nicely. This is just a first impression, but I do feel like it could be just as good as the regular Laura Mercier powder. But again, of course, this is just the first time using it, so I'm not even gonna get ahead of myself because that powder is really my favorite. Like overall, out of all of my powders, that one is my for sure 100% go-to powder, but this one isn't worse or better, you know? And then I already talked about the eyeshadows. They look really pretty and shimmery. They blend out nicely. So the formula that you would expect from Natasha Denona's palettes is in this mini one. It looks really pretty. I'm just happy with it. Oh, and I wanted to show you the mini one, extra mini one. I wanted to show you this one because this one, I use it all the time. I have it in my little thingy here that rotates, and this one is my go-to palette. This one is the Biba palette, and it's just a tiny little mini one. I just wanted to show it to you. This is what I go to whenever I'm just in a hurry or I want to do a very natural look. I love these little palettes. Like, they're so good to just grab, and you can create a very easy look with it. I do feel like this one would be worth to try Natasha Denona if you've never tried her brand, or just to get it if you don't have the bigger bronze palette that she does have. So yeah, really impressed with this. I mean, it's not super impressed because it's her same formula, but just happy that it is the same formula formula, so happy with that. So I'm gonna be looking at these products throughout the day and just doing a wear test, like I said, on the foundation, and a review of the foundation will be up soon. I'm just gonna do another wear test day tomorrow and, you know, just give it a little bit of a try before I do a review. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and just liked seeing these products in action and seeing how they worked out for me. Overall, I think the look looks really pretty summery, bronzy, and I just like it how it looks overall. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for being here, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.